Hello everybody, I'm MOC and welcome back to another Bionicle mock review. Today we're taking a look at the father of Chorus and Kragus. This is Alagus Alagon. I'm not joking, that is his real birth name. Now, silly name aside, Alagus is an interesting character. Like I said, he is the father of Kragus and Chorus. He's an old fart. He must be, I don't even know, somewhere in his 80s. He is super old. He's really beaten up. He's all hunched over. He uses a giant gun to walk around. He's got like a tail, which most of actually Chorus and Kragus don't have a tail. But you can just really tell he's got like hairs growing off of him. He's an old fart. Biggest reasons I built the character in the first place is because there's a Chima head that exists where it's the Krager head and it has a gold like little crown or whatever you want to call that, and it's got blue eyes, and I've always really wanted that one, but it was like a UK exclusive because that was part of that wave that like got cancelled from like North America, and it was only a UK exclusive. And unfortunately I can't really find it anywhere for which isn't an inflated price, so I did get this one. I actually tried to order the other one, but the seller didn't have that one, so I got an extra one, and I was like, hey, you know what, I'm gonna make this the head of Chorus's dad. So I imagine Chorus's dad is this really, Chorus himself is already pretty like roughed up, but then you have Chorus's dad and he is just like this isn't blood, by the way. I want to make that clear. This is not fresh blood or anything. His face is not always bloody. These are scars. So he's gotten a lot of fights over the years. He is just this, he's been through several different conflicts, and he is just, like I said, he's this old fart who's basically, he's seen everything, you know? Now, I don't know if you could find it on the channel, actually, but I did show off the old version of Alagus, and he looked completely different. He had a much bigger body. He was basically just a giant mass of gold, and his arms were long and he was gross. So I wanted to make Alagus look a little bit more like a hunched over old man, like he's, you know how some old men get a little smaller than they used to be because he's all hunched over. That's what I was going for here. So his build is actually quite different from Chorus and Kragus. Chorus and Kragus have almost the same build, but Alagus is a little bit different. And again, his name is Alagus Alagon. Let me just repeat that. It has nothing to do with what I'm talking about, but just let that sink in. I try to keep the colors as uniform as possible. He's got a lot of black. He's got dark green, obviously, because that's like the alligator color scheme. He's got these big old glove hands that, I don't know, he's just wearing like big old gloves. He does have a lot of gold on him. His neck is intentionally really long and like hunched over. The way his back is done too, I don't really like. It's like hairs coming out of the back, out of his back. I don't really know what that's supposed to imply, but it's supposed to be like just a front of his, you know, that's just supposed to be part of his hair. And he does have this nice little beard or whatever you want to call that, that hangs over. The jaw is the exact same as Chorus, so it can't really move that far. It's got like two positions, closed and then out, but I think that works well enough, you know. And then, like I said, his back's kind of messy. It's 3 gears. Don't know why you would have 3 gears on his back, but I don't know, maybe he just stores old gears on his back. And then he's got a tail. Like I said earlier, Chorus and Kragus do not have a tail, so this is an interesting development. A lot of Chorus and Kragus' species do have tails, but they don't. In fact, most of Chorus' family does not have a tail. But Chorus's dad does, Alagus does, so yeah, there it is. Other than that, pretty basic. I'm sad I didn't really fill in the back of the legs, but whatever. He's a MOC who isn't going to appear much, if at all, just kind of a MOC built for lore, or a flashback or something, but he probably won't appear in any episodes anytime soon. I don't know, we'll see. If anyone missed the part at the beginning, I said he uses a gun as a walking stick. You know, he's old, he's got like this hunched over back, so he uses a walking stick. And it's a machine gun. It's just this big, giant gun. Probably doesn't have as much power as it used to, but it's still a gun nonetheless. Like it's still got some power in there. And I'm gonna take it out to show you guys. Here's the gun. Very basic build. Kind of just put a ball joint in there. I might put something on top of there just to like fill it out a little bit more, but it's a big old gun. This is not my technique, actually. I think I saw somebody else do this. I don't remember who it was exactly, but it was an old MOC, and like, hey, I like that gun. It is kind of different colors. I don't know why. I probably should have just made it all gray, but hey, this is what I ended up making, and I think it's cool. It's kind of messy, but oh well. Okay, so here are all three boys compared next to each other. You got Chorus, Alagus, and Kragus. Yeah, there they are, all next to each other. Pretty simple, pretty basic. They're all pretty different. I do want to state for the record that Kragus is closer in appearance to his mom, less in appearance to his dad, so that's why he has a completely different face. But he does have a similar structure, body structure to Chorus, and Chorus is closer to his dad, so that's kind of where the DNA comes in, if anyone cares. That's what's going on. But as you can see, Alagus is just completely like battered down. He's like a ghost of what Chorus used to be, you know. He's just completely different. And also, I do want to just note, because I actually said nowhere in the review, his tail is always sagging down. You know, that just drives the point home, which I like. That's just a little design. His tail never points up. So I definitely don't think Alagus is one of my best MOCs. Far from it. He's pretty lazy. I think if I were to do anything different, I would probably try to fill out the back legs a little bit more, make him a little bit more interesting and unique, take the stupid gears off his back. But I think he's definitely interesting, to say the least. You know, he's definitely, I like building, like, stereotypes of characters. I like building, like, old men who are, like, they're on their backs and they're all hunched over and they use some weird walking stick. So it was fun to kind of make this, like, grizzled old, like, war veteran. Also, if anyone's curious what Alagus does, he used to be an oil baron. I don't know if he still does it, but he used to be a very successful, like, oil baron. Because if you want to make a generic villain, just make him an oil baron. You're like, oh yeah, that guy's a scumbag. He was an oil baron. Yeah, but that's pretty much it for the review. Thank you all so much for watching. Hope I can get some more of these out to you guys sooner than later, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.